So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and it is an absolutely beautiful Friday morning, September 3rd. Just several days ago, the remnants of Hurricane Ida came through, but now it's just absolutely beautiful. Temperatures are down, humidity is down, it's great. So anyway, it's time to get back doing our section of the Appalachian Trail. My most recent Appalachian Trail video, I completed that section up on the east side of the Susquehanna River. I was road behind me here, traffic. But now we're down in Michaud State Forest. The only section I have yet to complete is about maybe 30 miles in Michaud State Forest. That's where we are now. I think down in Cumberland County. This is Pine Grove Furnace State Park. So I'm not sure how many miles we're going to do today. I haven't quite figured it out in my head, but let me quit yapping for a moment and show you the map. Show you what the plan is for today. I got some other interesting things to do today. I got some channel stickers to share with you, number 26 and 27. We're going to place channel sticker number 29 out here, also with something else. I mentioned, I think in past videos, that's going to try and do. I got a mug along with mugs from my merch shop that I'm going to place out here. Speaking of merch, I got my hoodie on. The temperature's nice out here. I can wear a hoodie for a little bit. Anyway, let's show you the map. All right, so here is our map of Michaud State Forest, the northern part of the forest. I have another map for the southern part, but we are currently here in Pine Grove Furnace State Park. I still have to complete this section right here. It's about an 8-mile section, but I gotta get my friend John to drop me off up here, and then I'll do one of those one-way hikes. Today I'm gonna try and do a loop hike. We're gonna hike up here, all the way up here somewhere. Let me figure out where. Oh, I think to this parking lot right here. This section right here. But I'm not gonna go back the same way. There are some trails here. I'm gonna go, come up this parking lot, and I'm gonna hit this Blue Blaze Trail, which is called the Sunset Rocks Trail. I've been on this part before. Then we'll make our way back down. So we're gonna kind of do like a loop today, sort of. Oh yeah, and speaking of mugs, here is the mug that I'm gonna place out here today. Of course, if you want your own, you know where to get it. I have my merch shop open now, but this one's gonna be free out here in the woods somewhere, probably along the trail. Yeah, and speaking of the Appalachian Trail, this is actually the trail right here in Pine Grove Furnace State Park. Up there is the Appalachian Trail Museum. Not sure if it's open right now. And yeah, white blazes go down this road. Right there's the general store. That's where the thru hikers, they do the half-gallon challenge. They try to eat a whole half-gallon of ice cream. I'm not gonna try that. But yeah, but the trail goes on that way. It'll cross 233 and head up into the hills. So that's where we're gonna go. Yeah, so right there's that store. Looks like a really old stone building. Pine Grove Furnace General Store. This area has a unique history. I filmed here years ago. There's some old iron furnaces here. There's actually a really old cemetery here. Yeah, there's another old building. I'd love to live in an old stone house like that. Of course, you guys know that. Yep, I see the white blaze up there, so we're going to continue on that road there. Yeah, just up here on the hill, this is the Iron Master's mansion. So back when he had the iron furnaces here, this was the guys in charge of it all. That was his mansion, but I think it's a hostel now for thru hikers on the trail. A place where they can come here and stay overnight, or several nights if they want to, while they're hiking the whole trail. And away we go into the forest. Yeah, this hoodie probably isn't going to stay on for much longer. It was down to 50s this morning, but it's starting to warm up. And of course, I'm starting to warm up too as I get hiking. So, but I love hoodie weather. This is one of the lightweight hoodies too, not the heavier ones. And I forgot to figure out the mileage for this hike, but I'll figure that out later. After I see how many hours I hiked, I can kind of figure out what the mileage is. You hike roughly 2.2 miles per hour. So, all right. Like I said, absolutely beautiful day. Check out this absolutely huge mushroom on the trail here. Big as my hand. There are no gills underneath, so it's probably a member of the bolete family. Not sure which kind. There's so many different kinds of boletes. They can get confusing, but that is a big mushroom right there. All right. Yeah, I was just considering how quiet it is out here. Just the way it is this time of year. Most of the birds have stopped singing. You know, spring and early summer the woods are almost loud with the sound of birds, but this time of year they quiet down. You know, they're done, you know, getting their territories and raising their young. Many of them are fattening up for, you know, migration time. Or even if they stay the winter, they're still fattening up for the winter. So they're busy eating this time of year instead of singing. Well, there may be a lack of birds singing, but there's an abundance of mushrooms out here. Here's another type of bolete. Actually, no, those have gills underneath. So those aren't boletes, two of them there. And up here's, these are coral mushrooms. These are beautiful. Look like, you know, ocean corals that you see in the, you know, in those ocean videos. There's actually a really cool variety that's purple, but these aren't. And speaking of purple, over here is an interesting, beautiful, let me uncover you, freshly come up purple mushroom. I know the name of these, I forget offhand. It starts with a C. C-O-R, I forget. But they are one of the few purple mushrooms you'll find. They are beautiful. They're usually sticky or slimy on the top. Yeah, there's a channel I follow on YouTube, Amazing Pennsylvania. He does a lot of exploring, but I follow him on Instagram too, and he recently posted a picture of one of those purple mushrooms. I still can't remember what they're called. I'll try to put it down here. Like I said, it starts with a C, I'm almost positive. They're a rarity. You don't often expect to find purple mushrooms, but they are beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if you can pick up that sound. Those are red-shouldered hawks. They make that distinctive noise. Alright. They're way off. I don't think we'll be able to see them. They probably have a nest out there somewhere. I mean, the young are most likely left the nest, but they're probably still dependent on the parents to some extent. They often call back to each other like that, back and forth. I don't know if they're saying, feed me, I'm over here. Yeah. So I hear a stream up ahead. You know, actually down here is there's a parking area right down here. To get to the Appalachian Trail, you can park here. And you can also get access to Sunset Rocks Trail from here too. It should just be right up here. I did park there once to go up to Sunset Rocks several years ago. I remember this. Yeah, there's a bridge up here. I remember this area. Obviously, since I've been here. Yeah, so back there is the parking area. Oh, you'll see a vehicle back there. And up there is Sunset Rocks. Now, hopefully, we'll be coming back down this way on our return loop. But that's a steep hike to go up. We're going to continue this way. This beautiful spot here. Yeah, you gotta love that sound of that flowing water. All right, let's continue on. Well, the atmosphere has changed. Kind of in a more open area up here. I think we've kind of made our way to the top of a ridge. I think this is what they call Big Flat Ridge, if I remember correctly. Well, it looks like they did some logging through here some years ago, maybe. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a snake on some of these rocks up here. Like I said, it was pretty cool this morning. So now that it's warming up, they might come out and sun themselves on these rocks. We'll see. I have not seen like a rattlesnake this year at all yet. But maybe today's the day. Alright. We'll keep our eyes open. Alright, we got kind of a nice little view there. I was wrong about being at the top of that ridge. Been coming quite a ways uphill yet. Still got a little ways yet. But I think it's time for a water break. Alright. Yeah, so a little while ago I mentioned being on what's called Big Flat Ridge. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about that. I think that's kind of running the map through my mind. I think that's the next section up that I might hike another day. So yeah, bit of a correction there. So we're coming up on a road crossing here. I believe this is Michaud or Camp Michaud Road. There's actually some really interesting history down this way. I think more down that way. There's an old abandoned World War II POW, a prisoner of war camp down that way. I filmed there years ago, but I think they've improved the trails and things recently, so I might film there again someday. Actually, they might have we'll see if there's some information for it up here. Yeah, trails up that way, but yeah, I think just down that way there's a parking area and some, I think the camp was right down there. There's a map up here. Yeah, so the map they had there is the same map that I have in my pack. So we're gonna have a little bit of a downhill section, looks like, and then next stop is one of the shelters. I think it's called the Tom's Run shelter, or shelters. Vaguely wonder, I think I've seen videos of this section. I mean, just recently, a guy mentioned already, a hiker dude, Dad, he's hiking a whole PA section too. He was here recently, and someone else I was watching too. I think this might be a really nice shelter, but I'm definitely gonna have some lunch there, those shelters. Maybe even place the mug and channel sticker at that location. Also, the bugs got really bad. All right. A gentle downhill slope here, but it's also got a stream flowing down the trail too. That's probably from Hurricane Ida, with the remnants that came through the other day. Lots of water out here. You go from a stream to starting to look like a full-blown river here. There's a lot of water flowing down the trail here. Even sounds like a river or a stream. Kind of cool. All right, well, we have our first critter. Mr. Squirrel. Oh, he's gonna hide from us now. Oh, he's running off. All right, we got a glimpse of him. And there's a mailbox here in the middle of the woods. I'm pretty sure this is the halfway point. Not for me, but for thru hikers. Yeah. halfway point of the Appalachian Trail. Springer Mountain and to Katahdin. There's probably a trail register in here, which I don't know if I'll bother doing anything with, but I'm not a through hiker. Oh, it's just rocks in there. Okay, nobody home. All right, so we should be near there's Tom's Run shelter. Getting a bit hungry. We got a river in the trail again. And it looks like we have a stream crossing. So I don't think the stream is normally like this, but like I said, with all the rain, it's flowing much heavier. Alright, we've got to find a way across. I mean, my feet are already kind of wet, but I'd rather them not get any wetter than they need to be. Alright, I gotta figure this out. Alright, well, like I said, my feet are already kind of wet, so we'll just... Oh, yep. Now they're wetter. But they should dry off quite a bit by the time end of this hike. And I do believe, see the shelter area up here. It's good. The trail's still this raging river here. Oh yeah. Yeah, Tom's Run. So it looks like there's... Okay, so it's just one shelter. It's not the place I had in mind. Looks like there's a little pavilion there, picnic area. Alright. Yeah. Stream flowing right through the area here. Right by the cabin, or the shelter. Nice little fire pit though. Alright. Comfy and cozy. Alright, let's see what's for lunch. It's about 12:15, so perfect time for lunch. We started about 10:30, so an hour and 45 minutes. Got some apple halves, raisins, peanut butter, my peanut butter and honey sandwich, craisins. Alright, let's get to eating. Alright, it is time to hide the channel sticker in the mug. Well, not really hide it, but to place it. Because this is sticker number 29, Appalachian Trail, Tom's Run Shelter. And here's the mug. Mug number 1. Of course, they'll be in a plastic bag. And I'm going to be placing it, right here's the shelter. Front of the shelter with picnic table down here. That little cubby, I'm going to be placing it down there in the bag, and we're going to cover it with like a little pile of rocks. So that's where it'll be. Alright, so it's down in there. I actually dug away the dirt and leaves a little bit, so it's once you lift the rocks, it'll still be under some more like dirt and leaves, because the leaves kind of protect it from the rocks, but it's down there. And just once again to show you where we are on the map, of course here's Pine Grove Furnace. We hiked all the way up here to the Tom's Run Shelter. I think that's about 4.5, maybe about 4 miles to there, but there's also parking here. I think this is Ridge Road right here. So if you're familiar with the area, you can park right here and just hike, I don't know, maybe like half mile down to the shelter as well. Something like that. Either way, right there's the shelter. Down there is where the mug is. And as always, if you're the person to find that sticker and mug, if you could please, send me a picture. That way I know it's been found, and I can share that picture in a future video of you finding the sticker, and in this case the mug. So first mug. And on that note, I do like to say I do have 2 other channel stickers to share that were found, number 26 and number 27. Number 26 was the one, speaking of the Appalachian Trail, is the one I placed at the Leroy Smith shelter up near Wind Gap. That was found by Jay, I believe your name was, so I'll go ahead and show his picture. And then sticker number 27 was the one I placed up in New York. First sticker I placed up in New York. The one up in the Catskills, up at Overlook Mountain, which was an awesome place. And Jason found that one, so he got up there. first person to get it. So I'll go ahead and share his picture. Alright, so farewell to the Tom's Run shelter. And we'll continue on. Like I said, we just have about half mile to go to finish out this section. Okay, there's a spring. Don't really need a spring today. We got all this water rushing through. Yeah, so we got about half mile to that parking area, but somewhere up here should be the blue trail that I'm going to take on the way back. Looks like there's an old chimney up here. I'm gonna find that where the blue trail starts here too. Yeah, there's an old chimney here. Everything just water flowing. Yeah, check that out. Not sure what the story is on that. Yeah, water everywhere. I believe this is Tom's Run stream. All right, and good. And yeah, here's the junction with the Sunset Rocks Trail. 2.4 miles back to the AT. So I showed you earlier in this video where I plan to come down on that. Like I said, we're going to finish this little section first. About a half mile uphill. Yes, I'm almost done with this section of the AT here. Once we get to the top of this hill. But I'm going to continue to film on the Sunset Rocks Trail too. There will be some pretty awesome views on that trail. I've been on part of it, but the kind of the second southern part of it I have not been on yet. So you're welcome to keep coming along with me if you want. Let's finish this section. The AT first. Gotta go uphill. Yeah, so the trail is this stream, but now we have this beautiful waterfall on the trail. Cool. And up here is the road. Man, that was a long uphill section. Whew. Yeah, AT continues up that way. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much of a parking area up here. Maybe a little further up there is. I passed a couple of people coming down this way. Met one of my viewers too. Just kind of curious to see if there's a parking lot up here of any kind. Yeah, right up here there is. So this is Woodrow Road. Is this a parking lot? Yep, looks like just a small little parking area. So going that way would take you more back towards, Pine Grove Furnace area. And then the trail to Tom's Run is that way. I'm gonna take a bit of a break right here. I kind of hustled my way up pretty fast up that hill. Now I'm kind of wore out a little bit. The hill was a bit, well, the hills, they always are a bit longer and steeper than you're expecting them to be. But yeah, now we gotta go back. I want to quick check the map too, see where this road goes. But anyway, I'll get back to you in a bit. Yeah, just take a little break. I did want to see where Woodrow Road went. I was considering maybe going that way instead of going back, but that would just be longer. Anyway, so we will go back down to the Sunset Rocks Trail. It looks mostly flat, actually, well, once we get down to the bottom of this hill again on the AT. And then there's just one uphill section to go up where the rocks are, so it doesn't look too bad. And then once we get back on the AT, it looks like it's mostly downhill again. All right, I'm gonna rest for just a little bit, and then I'll meet you back down where Sunset Rocks Trail starts again. I just spotted this guy too, making his way up the tree. It's the season of the caterpillar too. Alright, here we go. Sunset Rocks Trail. Yeah, that trail seemed just as long coming back down. Alright, here we go. 2.5 miles to the AT. We should get some really awesome views up here. I was up here before years ago. And I should mention, if you just want to make this a nice little loop hike, you don't have to go up that section I just did to Woodrow Road. You know, I'm here completing sections of the AT as well, but if you just want to make a nice little loop hike, like from Pine Grove Furnace State Park, you know, come up the AT and go back on the Sunset Rocks Trail, you can do that. You don't have, like I say, you don't have to go up all the way up where I did. And I think up there where I ended up there is the area they call Big Flat Ridge. Alright, let's get to Sunset Rocks. Yeah, so this trail's definitely not as wet. Not as well used, but it is well marked though. Plenty of blue blazes. It is a blue blazed trail. Kind of liking it though. Yeah, like this whole section here is nice and flat too. No big ups and downs. We will have one uphill section to the rocks, which are pretty cool. Alright, so I just saw a deer up here, so if I turn the camera on, oh, I see it down there. She's looking up at me. Let me zoom in for you. Down there between the trees. Another one just ran across. Yeah, there's another view of them. You can kind of make them out in the trees there. There's one, I think there's the other one. Alright. And after a bit of hiking, we got another road crossing here. Don't remember offhand what the name of this road is. Okay, so Sunset Rocks Trail. Gotta walk down the road just a little bit, looks like. This road's paved though. Alright, so the blue blazes pick up again here on this side of the road. It's actually a decent bit of a walk down this road from where we came on, but there are blue blazes along the road, so you just keep following the road until you see the one over here. Of course, you see them keep going up. There's one on that tree. So this is the way we go. Alright, so at some point up here it's going to start getting pretty steep, but I'm going to take a break right before that section. Yeah, so just taking another little break before we get up to the steep section. Yeah, the rocks are right up behind me. But yeah, that road we just crossed or walked along, that was Michaud Road, or that Camp Michaud Road. If we would have turned to the left, it would have taken us up to Camp Michaud, and it would have connected us back up to the AT again. So you can make a shorter loop here. I could have gone, you know, there's two sections to the Sunset Rocks Trail. The section I was on is one section, but this section that I'm on now is where the actual rocks are. You can make a much shorter loop. You could come up from Pine Grove Furnace to Michaud Road, walk down it to this section of the Sunset Rocks Trail and go back if you wanted to just do a shorter loop, or you can do the larger loop. Of course, these trails should be online too somewhere. Alright, but it will be pretty cool up there, the rocks. Some pretty awesome views up there. We just have to get up there. My legs are getting a little tired. Been a while since I hiked this far. Alright, so onwards, now upwards. Let's get to those rocks. Alright, catch my breath, but I think we made it to the top of the ridge here. Looks like we're gonna get a view. No rocks yet. Well, there's that big one right there. Ooh. There are better views ahead though. I've never been on this side of the ridge. Like I said, I've been up here before years ago, but it was way on that end of the trail, so looks like the hardest part is over. Maybe. Maybe I'll regret saying that. All right, did someone say rocks? Yeah. So here's the actual start of Sunset Rocks. I kind of like sections like this though. A little tough walking sometimes, but they can be fun too. Yeah, this section is pretty neat too. Piney woods. A lot cooler up here temperature-wise too. Now we're on top of the ridge, we're getting a breeze. But the rocks will continue up ahead here. I forget how far it came down last time. Definitely didn't come down this far. You can see some more rocks coming. Need some more views, or like some mini views. More rocks. Probably go to the top of this. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's some better views up here though. From what I remember. Yeah, so the trail starts to wind around quite a bit in these rocks. But it's some tricky sections here. I mean, this is the trail right here. You can see the blue blaze mark. It goes here and you know, across this rock and up that way. So a few sections are a little iffy. And then some easier sections. You know, I think I came here. I vaguely remember the trail going down that way. I think I stopped right around here somewhere, if I remember correctly, but we'll see. Yeah, just a beautiful area up here. I mean, this is worth a hike, just in and of itself. Alright, well, this section is a little bit confusing. There's a blue blaze trail that goes down. I wonder if it might be the way down to the parking spot, but there's a trail up this way too that's blazed blue. So maybe, I remember looking at a map, there was like a section just coming off this way too, so maybe that's where we're at. Let's go exploring though. Still haven't gotten a spectacular view yet. Oh yeah, because we have to go up there. Blue blaze. We don't have to, but we're going to. Alright, I'll have to turn you off though. Yeah, there's our blue blaze. We're gonna get a view. I gotta try and get up here though, somehow. I'll have to turn you off though. Alright, well, definitely a bit sketchy coming up this way, but there is our view. This is what I've been waiting for all day. Kind of not as spectacular as I remembered, but it's still a view and we'll take it. Alright, but now we have to make our way back down this way. Down there. Alright, well, I decided to keep going. I didn't go back down like I said I was going to. I didn't really like going back that way, so I just kept on going. It looked easier to come this way, so I'm not sure. I'm not 100% positive that the trail I saw going down is the trail that does take us down. So we're just gonna keep going on here a little bit. We're here, might as well, you know, if the trail does end up here, then we just turn around and go back. Alright, I'm pretty sure I made the right choice, because as weird as it may sound, I feel like I remember this rock with these quartz, lines of quartz in it. So from several years ago, and I had come from this way, so I believe I've made the right choice. Yeah, because right here is the main way down. Yep. Well-established trail. It does say there's a view. Let's just, I'm tired, but let's just quick pop up here. I do believe this is our view. Up here. Let's see how we get up here. Might not be as good as the other one we were at. So these trees need to be trimmed out of the way. But yeah. Whew. Alright, time to head downhill. From what I remember, this is a steep downhill. But down at the bottom here is the Appalachian Trail. And we went down where I said, where I was hoping we would come down earlier in the video. So I will see you at the bottom. And here's the Appalachian Trail again. Yep, there's that bridge we crossed earlier today. Alright. Time to get back to Pine Grove Furnace State Park. Got a little bit of a walk yet. So we are back in the park finally. It's almost 4 o'clock. We started this adventure at 10:30, so what was that, like 5.5 hours of hiking? Oh, we took some breaks, but man. Whew. Yeah, I could get some ice cream up here at the general store, but I do have some ice cream at home. The best mint chocolate chip. I don't know, we'll see, but I'll probably just have some at home. All right, I'm tired, thirsty. I got some water. I ran out of water on the trail, but I got more water in Jeep. All right, I'm tired as always. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you around.